All right. A shocker has happened at Chelsea in the dying minutes. Sunderland has emerged winners at the Stamford Bridge, and this goes ahead to continue at Chelsea, and you never know which game they'll obviously win and which one they want. Games that you give them that they will win them 100%, they find themselves really losing. According to how they performed over the weekend, I think they beat Nottingham by 5-1. They came up in the Champions League and they obviously went ahead to beat a team known as Ajax. Let me be exact. How did Chelsea perform last weekend in the Premier League? Because I really need to know. I really need to be exact. But all I know is that they really beat someone. They beat Nottingham by 3-0. Yes. So after beating Nottingham by 3-0, everyone thought that they'll beat Ajax, and Sunderland was one of those teams that they could obviously bury and really beat hard. But guess what? It wasn't what we really anticipated. Chelsea have been beaten by Sunderland at the Stamford Bridge, and they are now losing another game in there. Smash the like button, comment, and share, and continue to subscribe onto this channel. How did the game start off? Alejandro Garnacho went ahead to obviously score for Chelsea in the 4th minute. It's his first Chelsea goal, but it came in with a curse that Chelsea have not gone ahead to obviously win. But you have to give Alejandro Garnacho his credit, all his flowers, because the most important goal is always the first goal in every game. If you've been following football for some time, the most important goal is the first goal, and he got it for Chelsea. And for the rest, it was all about the Chelsea defense to keep Chelsea in the game, something that they couldn't for more than 18 minutes, as Wilson Isudo came in through and obviously made it level in the 22nd minute, and it was a throw-in. Then Chesdine Talbi in the 90th plus 3rd minute went ahead, obviously make it 2 for the side of Sunderland. But you ask yourself, a team like Chelsea, why did it have to obviously wait for all that long to obviously take a lead again? And I don't know exactly what is really happening at Chelsea, but these players' mentality needs to be questioned, as you can't really lead against Sunderland and you fail to obviously beat it. Man United has been one of those teams that has been really struggling, but they went ahead to host Sunderland and they beat Sunderland by 3-0, and they even kept a clean sheet. Now, Chelsea have a better team than Manchester United. They have a better squad than Manchester United. They have some good, better players than those at Manchester United. And everyone thought that Chelsea, having gone ahead, obviously participated into the recent season, and they really went ahead to really win very many games in the second half of the season that saw them qualify for the Champions League. Chelsea had all what it takes to put in a very huge shift this season. But guess what? They are nowhere to be seen. And remember, when I was doing my Premier League predictions this season, you know what I said? You know what I said? I said that Arsenal, favorites. Man City, second favorites. Liverpool, my third favorites. And Chelsea came in through as my 4th favorites in there. And I had a reason as to why I made them my 4th favorites. And this is evident from you that it is really right. And my predictions are really right. Because for me, competing for the trophy doesn't come after a one season. That's what people really get wrong. You understand? Competing for trophy comes in through after a couple of seasons. You understand? Look at Arsenal, It's been consistent, and they've gone ahead to put in a very huge shift as a club of Arsenal. Look at a side called Man City, It's consistency. Liverpool, they've gone ahead to obviously do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again, and they've gone ahead to put in a very huge shift in there. So that's why I ruled them out. You understand? And last season, what you have to understand is that they are playing in the Conference League, not the Champions League, and Chelsea were resting players. Chelsea were resting players. And resting those players helped them really put in a very huge shift in there. So, and they rested players for the league, and they played the second string side into the UEFA Conference League. When it reached the final, I think that's when they really went ahead, obviously, go hard, because they needed to win the trophy hard. So, Enzo Maresca, I really understand the problems that he's really on. And for a team of Chelsea, whose bosses are really trigger happy, they can sack you anytime, I tell you. That is it. Now, these are some of the stats that we've gone ahead, obviously, get after Sunderland went ahead, obviously, beat a team known as Chelsea. They've told us that Sunderland, best promoted side after 9 games in 17 years. Sunderland, 17 points from their opening 9 Premier League games, is the best return by a promoted club at this stage since Hull City in 2008-2009, who really had 20. Secondly, Chelsea have dropped 6 points from winning positions in the Premier League. Home games this season, the most of any side. So Chelsea need to obviously check out themselves. James Dini Talbi scored Sunderland's third ever 90th minute winning goal in the Premier League away game, in an away game after December 2014, Adam Johnson versus Newcastle, and May 2011, Suli Muntai versus Brighton Wanderers. Fourthly, Sunderland are unbeaten in their last 14 away league games in London. 5 wins, 9 draws, extending their longest ever unbeaten run in the capital. Sunderland have won 7 points from losing positions in the Premier League this season. No team has recovered more. So, from losing positions, they really look good. And they've gone ahead to come up and obviously recovered very many points, meaning that the stats were in their favor. That is the team that goes by names of Sunderland in there for you. So that's what I really had for you in here onto the Rokani Media Football. But we do have the team stats on how these teams went ahead, obviously, face off one another at the Stamford Bridge. But don't forget to smash the like button, comment and share. Now, 15 shots by Chelsea, 10 by Sunderland, 8 shots on target by Chelsea. Sunderland had 4, 69% ball possession by Chelsea. Sunderland had 31 ball possession, 565 passes completed by Chelsea, then 194 passes completed by Sunderland. 95% passing accuracy by Chelsea, 88% passing accuracy by Sunderland, 15 fouls by Chelsea, 13 fouls by Sunderland, 1 yellow card to Chelsea and 1 yellow card to Sunderland. No red cards was issued to Chelsea, all Sunderland. 3 offsides for Chelsea, 2 offsides for Sunderland, 9 corners for Chelsea and 1 corner for the side of Sunderland in there. And let's go to the Premier League table and really see how it's really looking right now after some teams have gone ahead to play. And Arsenal still on top of the Premier League table, right? 8 games, 19 points. Arsenal is playing tomorrow. Sunderland is second, 9 games played. They're having 17 points. Man City is now third with a game in hand, 8 games, 16 points. Liverpool are fourth, 8 games, 15 points. They are playing in 2 hours' time from now. Bournemouth are fourth with 8 games played, and they're having 15 points, meaning that they are yet to play a game of football later. Tottenham, 6th, game in hand, they're having 14 points. That is Sunderland in there for you. Chelsea is 7th, 9 games, 14 points. But for me, I think their aim is to qualify for the Champions League. And I know they are still in the reach of the Champions League places, as they are just 1 point off the 4th placed teams, because the 4th place teams are really having 15 points. So that's what I had for you. Go into the comment section and tell me your thoughts about this game, and why do you think Chelsea went ahead to lose when they really faced a team known as Sunderland at their stadium known as Stamford Bridge, where everyone would have gone ahead to think they would have gone ahead to put in a very huge show in there. That is a club known as Chelsea, and Sunderland. Match reaction done and dusted, and I'm waiting for your reactions in the comment section below.